It's Friday night, I know, so we're just gonna go with the flow, and that was Where the Money. And I gotta tell you, y'all, that song has got like mad view, okay? Like, I don't know if it's the picture that does it also with the song, because even when I just put up the picture without the song, it still gets like, so I think your graphic does it too, because it's just like it draws people to it.
Yeah.
What's up?
And I think the name, the Mason thing, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, and I ain't gonna lie, I love the graphic. I love the little dude, and I put it on my phone too. I was like, so I love it. But Eric, I ain't gonna lie, you killed that verse. I was just like, I just heard it again, I'm just like, every time I hear it, it's like, it was cool that they put you like in the end, because it like just picks right up again. The song just like, it's like, it's not the end, you know what I'm saying? It's, I don't know how to explain it, just like fix it right back up. It's like, oh shit, this is the end, no way. But, alright, so how did this all come together with y'all?
Man, sitting here just freestyling in the studio. The beat came on and I started the hook instantly. In like 15 minutes, the song was done. Like, we put them in and get them out.
So it just came up.
My son is Mason, so like, we did Mason ENT and I set up the LLC.
Oh, all right. And then you just threw Erica into the whole mix and got that. That was what was awesome. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, not that it's like a girl thing or anything, but I mean, it is, all right? Because, you men just come in and just think you rule the world. Now,
I had to come with it because, with there being two males on the track, if I came with anything less than that, they would have been like, who is this?
Right. But, I mean, you bring it, too, so that's what's good. I mean, it's hard. I ain't going to lie. It's hard to find females that stay with it, too, nowadays. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know how many are like, oh, yeah, I got this. And it's like then, a couple months later, I'm like, where'd they go? They're gone. It's like, no, don't do this. But, all right, so the Mason, how did you put the group together, though? Like, did you just decide you wanted, like, the two males and the female? Like, how did you get the whole group thing together?
Well, actually, I already had the idea set up. Erica Vaughn is my girlfriend. So.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. We do music all together anyway, and Brandon, the third guy in it, works for the radio station where I'm from. So he ended up working with me up here in Columbia, and we was like, let's work together.
Oh, that's what's up. So then that's how you decided to all just put it together under Mason Entertainment. Because I ain't gonna lie, that did confuse me at the beginning, and then it just all clicked to me tonight. LB, I didn't even know you were part of it. Honestly, I really did. I ain't gonna lie. That's what's up. Because I was thinking this whole time that you were kind of like the manager part. You know what I'm saying? And then it just hit me when I looked at the website. I'm like, Kelly, you're such a fool. Like, all this time, like, he was one of the singers. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't even hit me that you were actually part of the group.
Oh, yeah. I'm modest.
God, I feel like such a ditz. I do, because, I mean, I looked at it so many times, and I've read it. I never really actually saw, I don't know why I didn't see you. Like, I didn't see you, I saw Erica, and I saw, in the video, I've watched it, but I just never really, I don't know what happened.
It's different, though.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I just thought you were always, like, the management part, and it was another dude in there. I don't know what happened. That is wild, though. That is so cool. Now, do you find it, I think I've only had one other couple in all the 4 years I've been doing interviews. Do you find that being a couple and being in the group, it can be, like, hard sometimes?
No.
Yeah, we love music, so it's not like a competition thing. Like, I love to push all of my artists and see how they go, and it's easier because we understand because we both do music at night. So, like, when it's time a track comes on, everybody's working. It makes it even better because we both understand that it's time to do work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. See, that's what it was. I had one other couple. I think they were in New York, and they do music, and they also, I think they run a radio show too. I'm not sure. I know they were trying to do something. I can't remember, but they were like that too, and they were traveling everywhere, and they felt like that too. That they love music so much, and I think that's important. If both of y'all are into the same thing too, it makes it so much easier.
Definitely.
There's no because your creative minds, like whatever he's missing, you got. You know what I'm saying, and whatever you're missing, he got. So it's like putting it together, you know what I'm saying? It's that whole thing. So that's pretty cool. So then the other person from the radio, does he still do radio too?
He doesn't. He's at Spectrum now. So we're trying to get into the marketing and the TV side of things.
Gotcha. So you're gonna take on other artists. You have other artists too, right?
I do have one or two other artists, which we have yet to name. We've got to get the paperwork finished yet, but they're all set. Like, there's a lot of talent down here. It's just the business sense down here. You got to coach everybody and get everybody ready.
I ain't gonna say no. You're absolutely right. You know, I think all the years I've been doing underground, when I left corporate, it makes me sick because there's so much talent down here, and the hardest thing is, LB, is it's in like the nooks and crannies. Like, that's how I learned like about down south. There was like all these little country towns, and there's no support. There's no, like, nobody wants to support these people. And I remember I met one person, and he was in prison for so many years, and I was like, oh, God, I must be crazy going to meet this guy, right? I don't know anything about him, but his lyrics were embedded in his brain. Like, he had no paperwork. You know what I mean? It was just all the lyrics from all the years that he was in prison, and I don't even remember what town he was in. I took my friend, and we went out there and met him, and, like, the voice that he had was so amazing, but there was nobody to support him. You know what I'm saying? And I tried for like a year to keep him going, and then he met a girl and fell in love, and there went that. But you know, it was like, okay, I tried. But I mean, he had such an amazing, amazing talent. And it was just, I guess, where he had no support and no other than me, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't really want him doing music, and I couldn't keep pushing him because it was just like he was, you know, I guess where he was locked up for so long, he just wanted that romance thing, you know? And
Yeah.
I can understand that, you know. I was like, that's cool, but I mean, I felt bad because like he had that vision, and I mean, he was just so different to have all that locked in his head. I was just like, wow, how come? And, you know, he explained to me why, because they used to take his writings and stuff, so he just decided to start keeping it in his head, you know? And I was just like, I can't believe this. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, he just remembered it all. And, I mean, there was so many songs that, I mean, the way he did it and the way I mean, it was just, I don't know how anybody could do that. Like, it was so crazy.
It takes a lot of talent to do that, for real.
Yeah, like, I was just, like, amazed. And, I mean, I took him to a couple of, you know, open mics and stuff just so that he could feel that type of environment, you know. And it was hard because, like, he had no knowledge of computers, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what was frustrating him, too. And it was hard because I could only do so much, you know. And I had a lot going on, but it was like, I wish there was more opportunities for people. And I don't feel the local support a lot either.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a lot.
It's not.
Determination and that motivation has to come within you. Like, to actually get better or be greater than what you are, you have to take the extra step yourself. Because you can't ask other people to invest in your dream. Like, once you believe in your dream and you really invest in it, then eventually the world is going to see it. It has to get out there because you didn't stop.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's, I mean, even on my level, like, I had to keep going and going. And, you know, I had a mentor that believed in me, so he kept pushing me, but he wasn't going to do it for me. You know what I'm saying? He just, like, kept pushing me. And I'm like, yeah, but he's like, it doesn't matter. He said, you're going to see that everybody's going to believe in you but the locals. They're going to be the last ones to be there for you.
It really, really are. And it's bad that it's like that. You have to go somewhere else and get popping somewhere else where they, you know, screaming your name and doing all that before you can come home and everybody's like, oh, yeah, I know so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. It's like when I go to a rally or if I go to Atlanta and I perform, like, I get so much more love than if we're here performing. It's crazy.
And that's just sad.
Yeah.
It really is. It's sad because I feel you there because, like, with me adding on the 2 extra shows, one in Cali and one in Atlanta, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, they came to me to ask me to be on their networks, and they're not even local. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, like, what the heck? I'm going to be on a California network and Atlanta. You know what I mean? And it's like, hello. You know what I mean? Like, this is weird, but I'm like, I'm excited, but it kind of bothers me, too, that the local don't even, you know what I mean? It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and you know, most of my clients, most of the people I work with are not from here. A lot of them are from California. I get a lot of I don't know where it is, but like towards Mississippi, Illinois. You know what I mean? Because I get confused with locations and stuff. But what's your take on this whole Texas thing, y'all?
It's sad.
It is.
Sad. And I just wish that we were more prepared because, you know, after New Orleans a couple of years back and, like, now, like, we really got to be prepared. Like, people couldn't even evacuate. Like,
in enough time.
Yeah, we really got to have preparations for this. And we spend money on walls, and we spend money on everything else but making sure that we're okay here at home.
And you know that this is something that happens every year. It's Hurricane Valley, you know what I'm saying? And you know that these storms are going to come. So those places should be the areas where it should have those evacuations set in place. So there shouldn't be any issues like that if they know that this happens on a regular basis every year. So not saying the flooding happens every year, but you know that there's going to be hurricanes a certain time of the year. So you should be prepared for that. Just like how up top, they prepare for snow. Like, it's supposed to be the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather and, or, I don't know, I have my own, I don't know. There's just a lot of strange things. But I mean, it's hard too because I gotta watch it. I noticed like on Facebook different things I'm trying to share that they're taking it off my page. I noticed that this morning and yesterday, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't know what is going on, so I'm just gonna be careful and shut my mouth for a while. But yeah, because I think it might have been last weekend. I did a lot of politicking over the weekend. It was that whole thing with the NFL, and I stayed in one of the feeds for like 9 hours. And I met a lot of females, like, and they were outspoken. And I guess, I don't know what happened. I kind of like lost it. It was a lot of white supremacists in the group, and I kind of like lost my mouth towards the end. I held it in. I was proud of myself. I did good. And then towards the end, I just kind of let loose. And I mean, I have a lot of knowledge, so I just finally let it out. And I don't know, maybe because I don't know what's going on. I just know that I posted a picture this morning, and it was taken down twice. And then I finally put it up again, and then I sent it to somebody, and they took it out of that. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So I guess, like, gotta watch what I say on social media. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because they will report you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but it's not anything bad. It was something I know a lot about history that's not taught in schools, you know what I mean? That I've learned from mentors, and it's not like they just fill my head with stuff. They make me research the stuff so that I could see it for myself. And then it was one of those monument things, okay? But what I didn't know that this doctor had done this to black women, okay? And he used them as guinea pigs, and it showed, like, the woman standing there, and it was all blood. You know what I mean? And it's still on my page now because I finally got it up there. But I was reading the whole story about it, and I found that on my own this morning. It wasn't like somebody gave it to me, you know what I mean? Or shared it on my Facebook page. I happened to be going through something on a friend of mine, and that's how I found it. And I was like, are you serious? Like, why would they put a statue up of this dude? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do something like that? So I shared it because, like, that's one, I never heard of that. You know, like, just to share it so other people would hear of it. Because, like, that's one, I never heard of that. And, I mean, I've heard a lot of the past history that my mentors or people that I've looked up, you know what I mean? And they took it down. And I was like, what the heck? Like, why would they take that down?
Maybe it's something they might not want a lot of the masses to know about before, you know, it turns into something else. There's a lot of people, they don't take the time to research the things that they do find. So, you know, it's good that you do take time out to research everything that you do. You know?
Plus it was on a, I can't remember it was a Unity group. You know what I mean? It was like one of those pages. It was a knowledge page. It wasn't like some fake group or anything like that. And I was on, I don't even know why I was on that page. Actually, I think it was you guys. I think it was somebody shared your flyer, the flyer for tonight's show, and I went to go see who it was. And that's how I got, you know what I'm saying? That's how I found it. It was one of those pages that had shared the flyer. And I was just like, wow. And I read the whole story. I had actually went to the page that they got it from, you know what I mean? And started reading other stuff. And I was just like, wow, this is sad. Like, I can't believe, you know what I mean? And I get into discussions like that. And, like, that's what happened last weekend with the 9-hour one. But I was sticking up for a woman from Illinois, you know what I mean? She was, you know, and it was just people knocking her down and calling her. And I wasn't going to have that because they had no right doing that. And
right.
it was awful. And it's been a big adjustment for me moving down here anyway. It always has been. And politically over the years, I've been trying to come out, but I just want to get my mouth right, you know what I mean? Instead of, like, coming out with anger, you know? Because I don't want to be just, like, going up to some white girl and slapping her in the face, you know? But so I'm trying to, you know, do it politically correct. But, yeah, so there's just so much of it lately it just gets to me. It really does. And maybe I shouldn't let it bother me. Maybe I let it bother me too much. I don't know. I can't change the world. I wish I could.
Yeah, but